to Office Slang. Today we're doing lesson 16, so we're almost close to the end of this course about conversational expressions and phrases to use at work. Let's start with one of those right away. The first one I prepared for you today is actually quite common, very useful, and it stems from the verb to put. In the specifics, to put something together. To put something together is referred to the activity you do at work when you want to gather information, collect different elements, and create a report, an offer, something that can be used as a unique item to present to someone, okay? So for example, if they ask you for a quotation for a job, you can say, sure, let me put something together for you. If you're approaching a client for the first time, or if you're approaching a client that has been working for you for a while, but needs a new project, a draft, okay? So nothing specific, nothing too detailed, nothing written in stone, okay? But something to start a new job from, something to start a new project from, you can tell them, look, I'm gonna put something together for you to see, and then we'll take it from there. So, put together is a very general expression, general term, but it's, as I said, very useful because it gets the message across that you're going to be working, selecting things, okay, that could be useful for another person. I got another couple of examples here for you. Initially, we simply put together a series of guidelines. Initially, we simply put together a series of guidelines. Okay, so I think this is quite simple and quite straightforward, so I'm not going to insist on other examples because I think you got the gist and I don't want to waste any of your time. So, moving on to the second expression of today, is to keep track of something. We already took a look at to track someone down, which meant to look for and finally find a person or a piece of information you were looking for. In this case, to keep track of something means that you make sure that you have a detailed record of all the information on a given topic. So, talking about business, this is absolutely fundamental because as a professional, you are supposed to know what's going on in your office. You are supposed to know what's going on in your department, and especially you're supposed to know what's going on with the job you're required to perform, okay? So you want to keep track of everything you are in charge of, okay? Let me show you a couple of examples. Bank statements help you keep track of where your money is going, where your money is going. So keep track means have every single movement that's been done on your account. Okay? Another example is please keep track of your payments. By writing them down on a book. Okay? The last example is a little bit more day-to-day life, general, not business, but still makes sense. My sister has so many jobs, I can't keep track of all of them. My sister has so many jobs, I can't keep track of all of them. Okay, so here we go with the second expression of lesson 16. Let's go to the last one. Expression number 3 for lesson 16, which is to follow up, to follow something up, to follow something up. Once again, this is one of the most common verbs and expression in business and not only, because following up means to check with someone after you have had a first encounter, after you've had a first meeting, after you had a business call. Following up means to continue working on a project, getting back to a person about the topic you started talking together, okay? So basically, call them again, contact them again, touching base with them again after they've asked you a question, after maybe you call them to see if they want to buy your services. Following up is one of the key secrets to selling, okay? Because it sort of establishes a rapport and reinforces a rapport with a prospect, with a possible client. For example, the sales director failed to follow up on leads to possible contracts. So the sales director didn't follow up on leads. A lead is an interesting client, an interesting possibility, something that can generate business. Okay. Another example. You should always follow up your letter with a phone call. In fact, when you present your company to someone, you can send a brochure, you can send an email, you can send a letter, you can go there in person, but then it's very important to follow up on that client, on that prospect, on that lead with a phone call, with another visit, with an email, to make sure that the contact becomes warmer, okay? That's the idea. I think this is it for lesson 16. Let me just remind you, as always, that the whole course is only available on leventenglish.com, and that if you have subscribed to our website, you have a direct contact with the school, with me or with any other teacher via this number. So feel free to drop us a text. Also, if you have questions you want to ask, okay? I know that following a course on a platform is good because it's flexible. You can do it at any time, but at the same time, you don't have the constant reminder with the person that kind of pokes you and stimulates you to do and give your best at all times. So I know it's hard. That's why we have this direct line with the school, so that we're always here for you. So thank you for watching, and I will see you very soon with lesson number 17.